Hey there and welcome back to Cosmic Crypto. In this video we're going to be looking at Elrond, EGLD. Let's go. Okay, welcome back to the channel. Let's get right to it. So, looking at EGLD on the weekly time frame, and I want to pull us back here a little bit and kind of see what Elrond has been doing. This has been one of my favorite projects out there. They had a massive run up in 2020, starting in 2020, ending in 2021. And yeah, they've come back down quite a bit now, but in my humble opinion, I do think that we are scheduled for another move here. On the weekly time frame, we are still in the green money flow here, and we seem to be getting some moves from the RSI to the upside. We have jumped above the moving average, retested it twice, and are now moving to the upside again. Also, on the trend, oh, I never found out what this thing is called. Doesn't say in here, does it? Well, it's a trend strength something, TSD, trend strength something or other. And market cipher, that's what it's similar to. I couldn't remember what that was in my last video, but market cipher, it's kind of similar. It's got the waves, it's got the dots, and it's also got the money flow, but it's missing a lot of the other features. But this one is free, and it's clean. I like to look at it. So I've been using this the last couple of days, just kind of checking it out. We do have some good moves here. So normally when you see the waves come, let's open this up. When you see a wave and you get the green dot up here, then you get another wave and you get a green dot down here, and you're moving in the proper direction to the upside for the bullish move, that's always a good thing. We've had the money flow this entire time. Now Elrond EGLD Elrond, from the bottom to the top, we've been holding the 382 Fibonacci, which is pretty good in my opinion. You know, that usually is fairly bullish, and that's on the weekly time frame, so that's pretty good. Another thing that's been happening on the weekly time frame is we've been forming kind of a falling wedge here, and looks like we're right at resistance. So we've got our resistance line here. We are right at resistance of this falling wedge, if that is the case, and we are right at the breakout point. So the falling wedge usually breaks out towards the bottom here, before you actually connect on the bottom of the wedge. And it's like perfect timing for a breakout. The other thing that I was looking at is this sideways channel that we've been in. So we had a nice wick to the bottom, which I'm going to say, in my opinion, that was capitulation right there. We had this nice wick. We had a move to the upside, and then we came back down. And if you were trading in this channel here, you could have made some decent money. So it came back down, hit the heart line, and finally broke above it. Tried to get pushed back down below the heart line with this long wick right here, but the bulls weren't having it, so they pushed it all the way back up above the heart line. And then now we are looking like we're trying to break out here, so that's a good sign. Now, if you go down to the daily, you can see that we had another falling wedge that was formed right here. And we did have a breakout from that, and the price target for that falling wedge is the top of this channel right here. And so it kind of looks like to me, right now we're getting stuck at the daily 100 EMA and the previous, this resistance line that we've got here. We do have some, you know, we got some room on the RSI, which is good. We formed somewhat of a bull flag here. And, you know, I bet the target for this bull flag is going to be roughly the price target. Yeah, see, it's like roughly the price target of the falling wedge as well. So there's some confluence there. What I'm looking to see here from EGLD is to get this breakout, come up and hit this line here, and then come back down, or we come back down sooner. But we're going to come back down and retest down here this, because this is pretty long-term resistance. Come back down and retest it, make sure we're not going to fall below it. I'm going to hope that we're going to stay above this heart line right here while we come back down and retest it, and then we move up to the upside, probably find some resistance at the 200 EMA right here, which would actually line up perfectly with then coming back down to retest this previous resistance and this previous support now as new support, and then finally break above to the upside there. If that plays out. Now, the reason why I think it might play out is because we are getting this breakout from this larger falling wedge here, which would, the price target of that is previous all-time high back at $500 and something dollars. And but we do have some, stops along the way. So oops. So after we finally break out of this long-term resistance of this top of the trend line or the channel here, and then break above the 200 EMA, so there's plenty of resistance going on in this area here. Now, if we finally break above all that, then we got to break through this 236 here, which is also around previous support right here, and previous resistance and support and whatnot. So that's a pretty strong level as well, around this 236 here, which is roughly around the $100 price range, which makes sense because $100 is a pretty round number. People will be looking to sell around there. But we've got plenty of room on the RSI to move up above. We came back down, we retested the 50 line on the RSI and continued to the upside, which is good. Next line of resistance is we're looking at probably around almost $200 level, which makes sense again. It's another round number. So you got the $100, then the $200, and then we're looking at 250, 300 right there, and then finally up to the $500 level. Now that's not going to happen overnight. This is a long-term chart, so this could take a year, maybe more, to get all the way back up here. But it looks to me like we're starting the move. And no, you don't want to be the person that buys in when we're all the way up in this area right here, because now half the move is already gone. You want to be the person that finds the bottom, finds the breakout points, and then buys in at the lows. And that way you get the best bang for your buck. And I'm not telling you to buy. I'm not a financial advisor. But for me personally, I've been buying this entire channel here. Not really, I've been trading it a little bit, but I'm mostly a long-term investor. So I've been buying this entire channel here because I saw us come down and tap this 382. And when I usually like to put my Fibonacci's out here. And when it hits a Fibonacci, I buy that area. And then if it breaks through, that's fine because I'm a long-term investor. Then I buy the next Fibonacci area. These are projects that I only do this to projects that I'm very bullish on. If it's a project that I'm just speculating on, which I guess it's all speculation, but in my opinion, this is a very strong project. But if it's more of a speculation project for a quick buck, I don't play that way. But I'll end up for bigger projects and Bitcoin and Ethereum and whatnot, I'll buy these Fibonacci lines all the way down, really. Just saves, you don't got to go all in right here. But, you put a lot of money in this area right here, wait for the breakout, then you can buy some more, and you can just buy on the way up, dollar cost averaging to the upside, which is good too. And that way you're not, breaking the bank, falling all the way down. Anyway, so we did break up, or we are looking like we're about to break out of this long-term resistance line, which would be fantastic, and it could be the start of a larger move coming to play here. So let's go down to the 4-hour and just take a quick peek down here, see if we see anything noteworthy. And no, not really, other than the fact that, we were out of the money right here for a little bit. We came back down. So we did actually, I guess there's something here. We did finally break above the 200 EMA on the 4-hour. And we came back and retested it and continued on to the upside, which is good because, the 200, we've been kind of playing sideways with the 200 along this entire channel here. So if we can actually maintain above the 200, and it actually plays out nicely. All my lines that I just drew, we break above here, and then the 200 follows, and then we come back down and retest the 200 again, and the 200 follows, and then we come back down and retest the 200 again. And that's kind of how the market works, is a stair step to the upside. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a short, quick update. First target for this, in my opinion, would be roughly $67. If this is going to fail, that's where it's going to fail at. And if we fall back into this falling wedge through this yellow line here, that's not a good sign. We want to hold support around and at the yellow line and then move on to the upside. That's pretty much all I got for EGLD. If you like what you saw here, please subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. And just remember, I'm not a financial advisor, just a dude on his computer. Talk to you later.